The Open Broadcast Feature category welcomes audio or video entries in a feature format with a runtime of over 5 minutes, broadcast over the air or online. The finalists are
Kathleen Martins of APTN Investigates for Wasting Away. In Rankin Inlet in Canada's far north, food in the grocery stores is so expensive and people's incomes are so very low, many in the community must scour the dump for food the local supermarkets throw away.
It's an image you'll never see on a postcard, greeting you from Canada's Arctic.
We're in fucking Canada. We're in fucking Canada. Not fucking Venezuela, not Africa, Canada. And we're treated this way? Thank you very fucking much.
Have you been to the dump yourself and seen that? Seen people there?
Yep.
And who did you see? Young, old, families? Who did you see?
Families. Their mother, their child, and their dad, and like somewhere else in the dump. Looking for food.
Rick Esther Bienstock, Felix Golubev, and Simka Yakubovich of Associated Productions Ltd. for Shaw Media's Tales from the Organ Trade. People in the first world desperate for a life-saving transplant will pay big money for an organ. But in the third world, in places like the Philippines, where the poor are willing to sell one of their kidneys, the going rate is under $2,000.
Pagka-type po siya, dadalhin namin po Manila. Tapos doon, pagdating doon, medical na siya. Dire-diretso na medical lahat. Tapos diretso na kami ng barracks. Aabutan namin sa barracks. Pag minsan, ang dami. Mga 30 katao. Andun, naghihintay ng match nila para maoperahan.
Mga gato lang kalaki yung barracks namin doon eh. Ito lang buong ito. Sama-sama lang sila doon matulog lahat.
Libre lahat ng pagkain. Minsan papainumin ka pa ng manager. Masaya nga araw sa barracks. Kaya hindi mo maisipang ikay matakot na.
Jeff Leo and Roxana Woloshin of CBC News Saskatchewan for Mining for a Miracle. At least 700 Canadians bought into former televangelist Len Lindstrom's pitch to buy shares in his African gold mining company. Many put in their life savings. When the scheme collapsed, angry investors were wiped out. Yet many still hope for a miracle.
Britton saw this as the opportunity from God that he had been waiting for. He says that was reinforced by Lindstrom's sales pitch.
We believe it's going to be a huge success. You know, God's behind this. God gave birth to it. This is going to be a purpose to a kingdom, like a Christian business to fund for the kingdom, like funding the kingdom. So in everyone's mind, well, this is a sure thing. You know, everybody overlooked the risk.
As it turns out, there was plenty of risk to overlook just around the corner.
Sandy Ronaldo, Litsa Sortsits, and Sarah Stevens of CTV's W5 for Predator's Playground. Parents find it hard to keep up with the online social media their kids live and breathe, but authorities say as many as 750,000 pedophiles worldwide are using those same channels to lure in victims. A shocking number of teenagers don't seem to appreciate the danger.
You couldn't design a more perfect environment for predators and malicious individuals to damage, harm children than what we have today. And there is virtually no consciousness at the corporate level that needs to change. Programs like
Sandy shows us how a stalker might use Instagram.
Being a predator, I decided, well, what's a good way to find kids? Well, I looked up babysitting, and the result that I get...
The result? More than 1.1 million hits. Click on the location button, and you can zoom into their exact street and address.
A babysitter is posting, you can see, oh, there's a babysitter home alone with kids at this address.
Brennan Leffler, Jennifer Tryon, Jonathan Wong, Elias Campbell, Kezia Collier and Lori Few of Global News' 16 by 9 for Out of Shadows. For decades, former St. John, New Brunswick police officer Kenneth Estabrooks prowled the streets of this blue-collar port city, sexually abusing hundreds of children. For the first time, one of the survivors of that abuse is willing to talk about it publicly.
When you start to think about someone raping you, beating you up, pouring gas on you, urinating on you, following you, terrorizing you, showing you their gun, bullying you, harassing you, pick you up by the hair of your head, slam your head against a wall, and for that to go over and over and play through your mind, and for this man to undress you in the back of a police car or in the front seat and tell you to take your pants down. He ripped a part of my life that should have been, you know, and it still is. You know, he's dead. I'm still suffering. I'm still suffering.